Exclusive. We are hearing from the family of a man who was shot multiple times while trying to buy a phone in Miami Gardens. He and another man were at Scott Park to pick up a cell phone they had bought online when instead they were greeted with bullets. Family members say the 23-year-old Jerry Jean was shot 6 times, but he is expected to survive. His mom and brother spoke with Local 10 about the shooting.
I cry a lot. I was crying a lot when I see my son, because my son is a good son.
No, I'm just thanking God that I wasn't there.
Police say Jean and Frederick Barrett were robbed after being shot. So far, no arrests have been made.
We are also hearing from a woman who was trampled inside a movie theater on South Beach 4 years ago. Yesterday, a jury awarded her $1.7 million. That incident happened just days after the Colorado movie theater attack. A man began acting erratically inside the theater on Lincoln Road, leading to an all-out stampede, which badly fractured Maria Navas's foot.
Everybody rushed the stairs. Everybody ran for their lives. Nobody was being courteous, understandably so, trying to get out as quick as possible. I was stuck at home. I had a huge amount of pain on my foot always. Getting up in the morning was horrendous.
Navas's lawyer successfully argued that the theater was responsible because security was not provided.
New this morning, the second largest pharmaceutical company in the world now blocking the use of its drugs for legal injections. Pfizer released a statement saying that its mission is to save lives and that it strongly objects that its products are being used for capital punishment. The company says it will limit the sale of medicines to a select group, making it nearly impossible for the U.S. to get the medicines they need for lethal injections.
The Obama administration is calling on public schools across the country to allow transgender students to use bathrooms that correspond to their gender identity. The government says schools that don't comply may lose federal funding. Now, this comes amid debate over a law passed in North Carolina prohibiting transgender people from using public restrooms consistent with their gender identity. Meanwhile, the White House hosted the leaders of the 5 Nordic countries for an official state dinner on Friday. Here are the President and First Lady arriving for that dinner. The President of Finland and Prime Ministers of Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and Iceland are all at this dinner. It is the 12th official state visit during President Obama's presidency.
U.S. officials say Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro is gradually losing grip on his power within his country's Socialist Party. The country's opposition won a majority of seats in the National Assembly in December and is now calling for Maduro to be removed. This comes as Venezuela suffers a worsening economic crisis with food shortages and hours-long power outages plaguing most of the country. Venezuelans took to the streets in Caracas earlier this week to call for an end to Maduro's power. Protesters threw stones at soldiers who fired back with tear gas. The country's opposition says it plans to hold more rallies as it attempts a recall referendum to cut Maduro's presidency short.
Get ready for another Game 7 featuring your Miami Heat. Dwayne Wade and Goran Dragic came up big last night, forcing a do-or-die game on Sunday right here on Local 10. Sports Director Will Manso has more on the big win.
Bring on Game 7. The Miami Heat weren't ready to die just yet. On their home court, a must-win Game 6. The Heat went with a smaller lineup, but it was a big performance by Dragic. Goran Dragic, the Dragon, leading the way in this one. Show you what happened in this Game 6. Boy, he came out aggressive, did Goran Dragic. You knew early on he had that style going, that aggression to the basket, the spin move, the basket. Dragic had 30 points in this game to lead the way. By the fourth quarter, you go to your closer. That closer is usually Dwayne Wade, and Wade is usually money. Hits the jumper. He had 22. He win 103-91. He's not going anywhere except Toronto for a Game 7 Sunday afternoon.
I was just aggressive, you know. I don't want to go home to Europe. I mean, you know, I still want to be here, and you know, it was an important game for us. Of course, we came out from the first minute really aggressive, tried to attack the paint and space the floor, and I think so. We did an amazing job tonight.
Don't worry, Dragon, Europe will wait. Instead, it's to Toronto, and only one place you can see Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals right here on Local 10 and ABC tomorrow afternoon. Our coverage begins with a live courtside special there from the Air Canada Center at 2:30. ABC's coverage begins at 3, tip time 3:30. Keep it right here on Local 10 and ABC. Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. And yes, while we have to concentrate on Game 7, let's not forget what awaits the winner. A showdown with LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers from Miami. That would be a sweet way to get on going in this run to get to the Eastern Conference Finals to face their old friend. But first things first, tomorrow afternoon in Toronto.
Come on, Miami.
Why do they do this to me?
Every time.
Get the paddles when I watch this game. I mean, I'm going to have a heart attack, for God's sake. They do this all the time. They go to a Game 7. You know, it does make for an exciting playoff series, but come on.
Back against the wall.
Yeah, I
mean, has the rest of the team started playing? I mean, Dwayne Wade's been carrying them.
Yes,
on
well,
his cartilage, no cartilage knees.
Yeah, and Goran it really came on strong last night, so that really, you know, he got some help there. So hopefully they can go up to Toronto. It's not going to be easy.
No.
I mean, that's a Vipers pit.
Listen, but facing off with LeBron, that alone is incentive. That's going to be exciting. That'd be an exciting series here.
You can only watch it right here, unless you've got a ticket up to Toronto.
Good for you.
Yeah, well, a woman caught red-handed walking away from a home with packages that did not belong to her. We've seen this before.
Yes, we have. Coming up, that homeowner sharing the video of the encounter and that woman's reaction when he confronted her.
And mail betrayal in Miami Beach. Neighbors shocked to find that their mail carrier was ripping them off. We'll tell you how just ahead at 5:30.
And happy Saturday, South Florida. So far, of course, dark and early out there. We do have a few clouds, no rain, but it is starting off on the warm side. Temperature right now, 77 degrees. It's going to be a hot one later this afternoon.
You're watching Local 10 News with Todd Tongan and Nikki Mohan. And Monday morning at 6, desperate to pass a class.
Definitely is eye-catching. I think you get a lot of leads that way, I'm sure.
I do get quite a few calls.
One South Florida company promising to help could cost you your education.
That's a huge risk for any student.
A Call Christina investigation, Monday at 6 a.m.
With just under 4 days left in auction, the price for the gun George Zimmerman used to kill Trayvon Martin is now up to more than $66 million. But at some point, the auction website was apparently hacked and bombarded with fake accounts like racist MC Shootface. This is Zimmerman's second attempt to sell the 9mm pistol, which he calls a piece of American history. The website where he originally posted it on removed the listing on Thursday morning. The starting bid was $5,000.
If I were you, I'll put that down.
Why?
Because those are my stuff. I live here. This is my house.
The man who caught a woman trying to steal a package from his front door in California speaking out. He says when he confronted her, she tried to convince him that this was her house. Imagine that. The man wanted to remain anonymous, but says that the package the woman tried to steal contained supplies for his appliance repair business. The video showed the woman telling him that her mother lived at the house, and that's when he told her he's going to call police.
She looks like she was upset with me, you know, like she didn't do anything wrong. You know, she looks like she definitely didn't have any guilt. When she was walking away, she gave me the middle finger.
Alhambra police posted the video on its Facebook page and received tips that led to this woman's arrest. She's now being held on $25,000 bail.
This morning, we are hearing from a woman who got the surprise of her life when a turtle came crashing through her windshield in Central Florida. Nicole Bianes says that she was driving on the interstate when a car in front of her hit that reptile, throwing it airborne, and the turtle then smashed through her windshield and hit her passenger seat before then bouncing back onto the dashboard.
If somebody were sitting there, I don't know what would have happened. And I believe this will probably be happening maybe more than not, or just the fact that the wildlife is just trying to find other habitats and homes because of all the construction.
Well, luckily, no one, including the turtle, were seriously hurt. Bianes hopes her story will help others be more aware of animals on the roadway while driving. You may remember this man's story. A man was seriously injured after a piece of metal debris came through his car's windshield and struck him in the face. It happened while Holden Armory was driving on I-95 in Boca Raton last month. Earlier this week, the 22-year-old underwent surgery, reconstructive surgery.
America has 8 new millionaires. The winners of last weekend's $429 million Powerball jackpot have finally come forward. One of the winners described what it was like getting the call from her sister.
Marsha called me on the phone and said, "Guess who won the Powerball?" And I said, "Who?" And she said, "We did." And I said, "Well, stop April fooling me and get off of my phone."
As anybody would. The 8 family members say that they'll split their winnings as a lump sum, giving them each a little more than $35 million, and I think that they said they could live on that.
You think? Well, I don't know. Could be a little tight, but I think you could manage, right?
And it's nice that I think one person bought the ticket, but they said, you know what, I'm sharing it with all my siblings.
That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it. Then they can't call you because they say, hey, you got yours already, right,
Yes.
Jen?
Yeah, that's
now
right.
you got 7 BFFs.
Yeah. Jen's lucky. How many sisters do you have? Just one, right?
I just have one.
Yeah, so it would just be like 200 each.
You get a larger lump sum.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. But I would share with the rest of my family too. My mom, of course. All right, guys, good morning and happy Saturday. It is pretty warm out there. Once you step out, you're going to feel it. 78 degrees in Fort Lauderdale as well as Pembroke Pines. In Miami, 77. Not that cool even for Southwest Miami-Dade in the mid-70s from Kendall to Homestead. Also mid-70s, upper 70s down through the Keys. Winds are variable across South Florida and calm or light. But eventually later this afternoon, we'll have a southerly flow. There's a band of cloud cover that's over South Florida, mainly over Miami-Dade. So it is mostly cloudy for much of the area, except for Broward County, waking up to clearer skies once that sun is up. Weak cold front passing through Central Florida. Very weak. You can't see barely any precipitation, maybe just a few clouds. That's going to try to sneak its way into South Florida, but as it does that, it will actually dissipate. Now, there is high pressure building across the Gulf of Mexico. This is not the high that's going to dominate into tomorrow. It's actually the high behind this secondary front that right now is producing some heavy downpours over Ohio and parts of the Great Lakes into Michigan as we speak. And this high will also bring us the dry weather, as I mentioned, tomorrow. We could actually see that dry air already on the water vapor imagery, and this is in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. Notice the orange color. That is definitely the dry air. It is expected to continue to push southward. Now, later on this afternoon, there still could be enough moisture to trigger a few showers out there, but it will be definitely very warm for us, pretty steamy out there. And then as we head into our Sunday, we're talking about mainly dry conditions. So not too bad for this weekend. We do need some rain. Again, the rainy season should start anytime next week as we head into mid-May, but it could start a little later. So we'll have to see how it plays out. Will be a hot one today with a high of 90 degrees. And join us at the Health and Lifestyle Expo later on today at the Westfield Broward Mall. Tomorrow's high, 87 degrees, so still staying warm, but hey, 87 is actually normal for this time of year, with only a 20% chance for an isolated shower. Rain chances still relatively low into next week, and we're keeping it warm. Even early morning temperatures barely making it into the 60s. We're already getting away from that. Now we're heading into summer, so temperatures will only get warmer. Nikki, Todd.
All right.
When it gets into the 90s, we go to the mall.
Well, she forgot to mention Dr. Oz is going to be there, too.
Dr. Oz is going to be there.
Big time celebrity.
Good time stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, the dance trend that has been going viral online has now finally hit South Florida.
Really? Coming up, how some of our local police and fire departments are challenging each other to take on the Running Man Challenge.
A live look from our Miami Tower Cam this morning, dark and early as you see the twinkling lights of the Magic City. Pretty calm out there, but warm as Jennifer mentioned, 77 degrees. Stay tuned.
But first, here's a look at your winning lottery numbers. Good luck.
Always watching, always tracking. Meteorologist Jennifer Correa on the one and only Local 10 News, your weather authority. Local heroes honored at the White House. Live coverage Monday.
It's going to be a hot one today. If you're looking for something to do this Saturday, we have a few events we're going to tell you about that's happening today. Mowash Productions is hosting a play called Does He Even Love Me? It's at the Lippman Theater in North Miami Beach. There will be two showings. The first one is at 2 in the afternoon. The second is at 7:30. Tickets are $30 and will benefit the Broward County Youth Detention Center and Adoption Agency. Also happening today is the 8th annual Summer Safety Splash taking place at Hollover Park in Miami Beach. The event will teach parents how to protect their children from drowning. It starts at 10 a.m. in this morning and it is free. So you can head over to Bayfront Park in Miami for Goals Not Guns 5K Run, Walk, or Pedal. The event is being held to raise awareness about youth gun violence. The 5K will start at 8 in the morning. The registration fee is $30 for adults and $16 for children. Proceeds will benefit the Boys and Girls Club of Miami-Dade.
Well, if you're heading to theaters this weekend, you'll have 2 new movies to choose from. Julia Roberts and George Clooney star in Money Monster.
I already saw it.
It's directed by Jodie Foster. The movie is estimated to have about a $12 to $14 million opening weekend. And for the horror buffs out there, The Darkness, starring Kevin Bacon, tells the story of a suburban family whose home is haunted by Native American spirits. Captain America, of course, Civil War, topped the box office again last weekend.
And only here on Local 10, a Boca Raton girl moving forward with her business goals after making her debut on Shark Tank last night. 15-year-old Rachel Zeitz made her pitch to the Sharks for her company Gladiator Lacrosse. No deal for this young entrepreneur, but she says she's pushing forward anyway.
It was definitely really exciting to see myself on the TV, but I think the Sharks realized that I was going to be just fine on my own.
Good for her. Gladiator Lacrosse is growing, and the company is projected to make more than $2 million by the end of this year. Those girls are good.
Yeah. The latest internet trend has reached South Florida. You know the one, the Running Man Challenge.
I haven't seen it yet.
Take a look. That's Miami Beach firefighters hopping on the train and making their own Running Man video. They've got some moves.
Yeah, and it was in response to a challenge by the Miami Beach Police Department, who did their own version of the dance on the sands of South Beach earlier this week. I love it. A little fun. Just a little bit of fun. But talk about squad goals. It was the Miami police who really took it up a notch with a minute-long video that featured a cameo by the chief breakdancing and conga. Wow. Now,
don't ask. Not doing it. No, not doing it. You can
come
do
on.
it.
Let's do it. Jennifer's got the moves.
Well, a postal worker, this really bugs me because, you trust these people. But she's accused of mail betrayal.
Coming up, how she allegedly used her job to steal from customers.
And things are steaming up later today. Excuse me, my throat's kind of dry. All right, temperatures expected to reach the 90s, but if you're on the coast, maybe not as high, but still a warm one. If you're heading out to the beach today, it's a great beach day, so use that sunscreen. West wind expected could turn out of the south later on today. Only 5 to 10 miles per hour. Your surf 1 to 2 feet with a slight current risk. The rest of your weekend forecast when we come back.
Take Local 10 online with you wherever you're headed. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for the latest social media news and interaction. And Monday at 11, pet pampering or animal punishment.
The dogs are left outside and it's hot.
Animals in distress.
Why do you guys leave dogs outside on the asphalt in cages?
Local 10's animal advocate J.C. Birch investigates and gets answers. Monday at 11 on Local 10 News. Local 10 News starts right now.
Welcome back. It's Local 10 News at 5:30. Nice hot morning awaits, but the hot story of the day, the heat.
Yeah, talk about a big win. Remember, there is only one place that you can watch this Sunday's game, and it's right here on Local 10. That Game 7 is going to be good. The game tips off at 3, but our courtside coverage starts at 2:30 with Will Manso and Clay.
That's right, all the way from Toronto. The Heat have taken it back to Canada. Oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Well, it certainly is very hot here right now. Certainly, they'll enjoy the cooler weather in Canada, Jen.
Yes, I think so. Although, actually, I think it's going to be a tad too cold. There's actually a low-pressure system spinning its way over the Great Lakes, and that's pushing in much colder air behind that front. Anyways, we'll get to all of that, a look at the nationwide and the rest of our forecasts later on. But right now, it's quiet out there. However, it is warm, ready for the start of this morning. Temperatures are just struggling to dip down, and so we've been in the upper 70s throughout the overnight, and it looks like it's going to stay like that. Maybe we drop 1 or 2 degrees in the next hour or so. Winds are light in Miami out of the southwest, calm winds for Fort Lauderdale, and a light breeze in Key West. Here's a look at current temperatures all across South Florida. No rain on the radar so far, but there is a very weak cold front over Central Florida that will sneak its way into South Florida, and later today could trigger a few spotty showers. Nikki, Todd.
Thanks a lot, Jen. Our top story this morning, a postal worker out of a job facing charges after police say she stole from people in Miami Beach. Homeowners started noticing something was wrong when the credit cards they had ordered weren't showing up.
Local 10 News reporter Sanella Sabovic joins us live now from Miami with the very latest. Good morning, Sanella.
Good morning, Nikki and Todd. Well, this postal carrier has since been fired from her job. She remains behind bars this morning. Police say she actually confessed to stealing numerous credit cards, all within a 5-month time period.
That's shocking because you rely on the Postal Service.
A Miami Beach resident is left stunned after finding out a postal carrier was stealing mail.
Wow. Yes. This is the letter carrier that had just started that week at my house.
Spring Light said she was waiting for her new American Express card to arrive in the mail, but it never came in.
It had been mailed out on a Monday. On a Wednesday, I called to let them know I still didn't have it.
Instead, American Express informed Light that someone made $1,600 worth of charges on the card that she had been waiting for. Apparently, Light wasn't the only person missing her mail.
A few residents apparently alerted the United States Postal Inspectors that they noticed that mail wasn't being delivered. That's what launched this investigation.
And within a week, police tracked down this woman, 28-year-old Nashiria James. They say she confessed to stealing credit cards for the past 5 months. Police say James would then give the stolen credit cards to her boyfriend, James Lorenzo Macklin, who would then use them on a shopping spree. Both are behind bars facing serious charges.
This is going to spare so many people the agony of having their identities stolen and their credit card used.
Now, police do say that James had several routes. She had worked for the post office for about 2 years, so there could be other victims. They say that if you notice something strange about your mail or if you feel like you've had some credit cards that have not been delivered, do call the Postal Inspector's office. This is still a very active investigation. For now, reporting live in Miami, Sanella Sabovic, Local 10 News.
We are now learning more about a woman who died during a terrible crash on the Florida Turnpike. Troopers believe 39-year-old Aurelia Canzoneri either fell asleep behind the wheel or suffered a medical emergency. Her SUV plowed into a palm tree off the Turnpike exit to Red Road, and there were no signs that she even tried to brake. Officials say Canzoneri died at the scene yesterday. We caught up with some of her co-workers.
Just an all-around great person, though. You know, very, very well liked in the community. Everyone, you know, knows her in the gym. Everyone loves her. I'm going to miss her dearly myself. It's just a big loss for us.
Canzoneri worked at the front desk of the LA Fitness in Pembroke Pines. She is survived by her husband and 3 children. An autopsy report has now confirmed a man who died after being attacked by a pack of dogs at a farm in Homestead was mauled to death. That report showed that Manuel Mejia suffered fractured ribs, hemorrhaging, and internal bleeding as he suffered wounds to almost every part of his body. Medical experts say this type of attack is incredibly rare.
Typically what we find is it's either an attack on an infant or an elderly person that results in death. The wounds were quite severe. They were all over his body, so what we saw was obviously indicative of a very vicious attack.
Mejia's girlfriend, who was with him at the time, says 3 dogs instigated the attack, with up to 7 others joining in.
Zika fears continue to grow in Puerto Rico. The U.S. territory reported its first case of microcephaly, the birth defect linked to the virus. It was detected in a fetus, but officials aren't saying if the woman had an abortion or miscarried. Yesterday was the last day for Floridians to tell the FDA whether it should release genetically engineered mosquitoes to fight Zika. Supporters fear the risks of mosquito-borne diseases, while critics argue more research is needed on the possible long-term effects. Florida has seen a total of 112 reported cases, all travel-related, according to the health department. 44 cases in Miami-Dade, the most cases in any Florida county, 15 cases in Broward, 7 in Palm Beach, and none so far in Monroe.
New overnight, officials say a gunman is dead following a police-involved shooting that injured 2 officers in California. It happened in Los Angeles while officers were responding to reports of shots being fired. Both officers were taken to the hospital. One of them was shot in the shoulder and is in serious but stable condition. It's unclear how the other officer is doing this morning.
Brazil's new government facing new criticism and efforts to oust suspended President Dilma Rousseff. Acting President Michel Temer has appointed a new cabinet made up of all white men, many of them already tainted by political scandal themselves. Rousseff is facing impeachment over an alleged kickback scheme involving the state's oil company Petrobras, but vowed to fight back to take her seat. Meanwhile, protesters in Sao Paulo rallied against Dilma's suspension on Thursday. They blocked a main street downtown and made a bonfire to burn yellow cardboard ducks, which has symbolized the Federation during demonstrations.
A group of kids headed to prom got a pretty scary surprise from the limo they were riding in.
Coming up, how those students are doing after their ride went up in flames.
Also next, our medical specialist Christy Kruger talks about melanoma and how indoor tanning may be behind an increase in the disease.
Todd Tonkin and Nikki Mohan on the one and only Local 10 News. And Monday at 6, the latest gadget.
This is the next generation of doorbells.
Helping slash crime in half in one city.
Hi. I'll be right over.
Janine Stanwood is putting it to the test on Home Safe Home. Monday at 6 on Local 10 News.
Caught on camera, a terrifying moment for a group of high schoolers. The teens were actually on their way to their prom when their limo burst into flames. Look at it, caught on camera there. It happened in Massachusetts, just west of Boston. There were 10 students inside that limo when the flames started shooting from the passenger seat. One student says the fire quickly grew, ripping through the limo's ceiling.
It started to get really big, and it looked like it was gonna explode.
I take my jacket, I try avoid it and see what's going on, and they come on fire right away.
Thankfully, everybody did make it out safely, and the teens were able to hitch another ride to their prom.
The final pieces of the Dania Beach Hurricane roller coaster have now come tumbling down. Timber! Bam! Demolition of the hurricane began back in March to make way for a new 102-acre complex that'll be full of homes, shops, hotels, and office space. The coaster stood as a landmark in Dania Beach for 16 years, but financial challenges prompted it to close in 2011. And I believe Todd Tonkin has ridden that roller coaster.
Many times. I rode the inaugural ride. The very first ride was really cool. And then we actually, I think we got a couple got married. And we rode it while they got married.
You're such a pioneer. Nothing terrifies me more than those wooden roller coasters.
Yeah,
for that very same reason you just saw in the video.
I didn't ride it. I think they need to rebuild it so I can just ride it. And
well, you know you're old when they're tearing down the roller coaster that you took the inaugural ride on.
No, that just didn't hold up as well as you do.
Oh, thank you. That's very sweet.
There you go. You can pay me later.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it's not cold enough that you can get a jab in me by saying we're feeling the 50s.
Oh my goodness, well, we're going to be feeling close to the 90s, Jen.
I'm not that old.
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, we will be feeling like the 90s, and hopefully, Todd, you won't be feeling like the 90s anytime soon. All right, it is 77 degrees in Miami, 78 in Fort Lauderdale. That's a warm start for us this Saturday morning. Winds variable across South Florida. And right now we do have a deck of clouds extending from the lower Keys all the way along Miami-Dade's coastline. That's keeping us mostly cloudy for the meantime. Once that sun rises, we'll see a lot more sunshine, mainly clear skies over Broward County. But the point is there's no rain on the radar, or at least on land. 1 or 2 showers trying to pop up over the water, though. A weak cold front passing through Central Florida right now. Very weak, though, will make its way into South Florida as it dissipates. It's not going to be much of an impact for us as far as changing the temperatures. We're not going to see that, but we will see a slight wind shift today out ahead of the front, and winds will eventually turn out of south, and then tomorrow we'll have more of a northerly factor. Second cold front is cutting through across parts of the Great Lakes down into the Midwest into Texas. This secondary front is going to bring some very cold conditions across the upper plains all the way towards the northeast, where temperatures are expected to remain below average this weekend. Here's a look at the water vapor image showing moisture and dry air in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. It is nice and dry for North Florida right now. Behind the front, you can actually see the front in the mid-levels right there, and eventually this dry air is going to come our way for our Sunday. So for today, it'll be steamy, hot enough to maybe pop up 1 or 2 showers, but overall we should be mainly dry. Lots of sunshine. Use that sunscreen, drink plenty of water, and tomorrow partly sunny skies. Temperatures will be warmer today than they're expected for tomorrow. So if you head out to the beach, use that sunscreen. For boaters, no advisories out there. Seas 1 to 2 feet. The bay's at a light shock. Really nice day to head out and do some fishing. And nice day to head out to the beach as well. Highs today 90 degrees. Only keeping that slight chance for 1 or 2 showers today and tomorrow. Head out to Westfield Broward Mall and you could even meet Dr. Oz, or you can meet me, Todd, and Nikki at the Health and Lifestyle Expo. Todd.
All right, Jen, thank you. Every year in this country, an estimated 300,000 Americans will be diagnosed with melanoma, the deadliest form of skin cancer. In this morning's HealthCast, Local 10 medical specialist Christy Kruger looks at how the risk is now spreading to younger people.
You know, if you're a parent, you really need to listen up. Melanoma rates in the U.S. have been on the rise, especially among adolescent girls. Dr. LaTanya Benjamin is a pediatric dermatologist with Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, and she says specialists are seeing rates of melanoma in young girls as high as 2% a year. That's pretty high. Dr. Benjamin says this alarming trend can be attributed to indoor tanning.
So there's cumulative damage, not only the natural sunlight outside, but they're also getting additional ultraviolet radiation from indoor tanning.
With May designated as Skin Cancer Awareness Month, Dr. Benjamin says it is imperative that parents warn their children about the dangers of indoor tanning and also make sure they're properly protected when they go outside. And also in today's HealthCast, they may be convenient for us as adults, but they do pose a serious health risk for our young children. I'm talking about laundry detergent packets, those very popular little pods. A recently released study shows a 17% increase in poisoning incidents involving children under the age of 6.
Those concentrated chemicals can cause serious burns. If it gets down the lung, it can cause severe damage. It also, when it's absorbed, can cause effects on the brain.
Researchers say every single day a child is hospitalized because of exposure to these laundry tablets or pods. Experts say containers need to be more child-proof and not look so candy-like. And the packets should be individually wrapped as well. And that's your HealthCast today. I'm Christy Kruger.
And staying on health, we want you to come join us for the WPLG Health Expo.
That's right. Today, Dr. Oz is going to be joining us at Westfield Broward Mall in Plantation to meet all of you. Todd and I get to introduce him. I like Dr. Oz.
That's all right.
We will be there from noon to 2 with Eric Yutzi and Victor Oquendo.
Carlos Suarez, Cheyenne Malone, Michael Seiden, Derek Shore, Leanne Motorhone, they're all going to join the party.
Amy Viteri, Christina Vasquez, Sinal Sabovic, and Janine Stanwood will be there from 2 to 4, along with Clay Ferraro, Max Mayfield, and Will Manso. Manso is on his way to Toronto.
Yeah, J.C. Birch will be there from 4 to 5, along with Jennifer Correa, Constance, and Janice Fernandez.
But Christy Kruger, Calvin Hughes, Lori Jennings, and Betty Davis rounded up for us from 4 to 5.
And speaking of the Miami Heat, your Miami Heat doing it again, forcing that Game 7.
Give us a heart attack?
Yes. Round 2 of the playoffs really coming down to a nail biter.
Ahead in our morning sports wrap, we're hearing from D. Wade and Dragic before they head to T.O. Toronto.
And now, Local 10 Sports with Will Manso.
Good Saturday morning. Will Manso with your Local 10 Morning Sports Wrap, and it is far from a wrap in these Eastern Conference semifinals because bring on Game 7 for the Heat and the Raptors after a great performance by Miami in a must-win game on Friday night on their home court. It was the Dragon leading the way. What a performance by Goran Dragic in this game. He came out with intensity. He came out with a small lineup. Justice Winslow, part of that starting unit, hitting the three-pointer, kind of setting the tone for what this game was all about. The Heat not caring about size, they were caring about pace, and who does pace better on this team than Goran Dragic? Jumper and foul Heat up by 6. Still in the second quarter, talk about pace. How about in your face? Josh Richardson gets it, the big throwdown. Miami building a 9-point lead at the half. To the third quarter we go, and that's where the Dragon really starting to take over. Step back, Jay, money. Heat up by 13. Dragic had 30 points in the game. To the fourth, off the miss. One of the few times the Heat needed some size. Josh McRoberts in the game, the putback, Heat up by 10. Still in the fourth, you go to your closer when you've got the lead, and that closer has been the last 13 seasons for the Heat, Dwayne Wade. The layup there, Heat up 12. And then finishing touches on a 22-point night for Wade and a 103-91 win for the Heat. Yes, bring on Game 7 Sunday. Heat even the series at 3 games apiece.
I was just aggressive, you know. I don't want to go home to Europe. I mean, you know, I still want to be here, and You know, it was an important game for us. Of course, we came out from the first minute really aggressive, tried to attack the paint and space the floor, and I think so we did an amazing job tonight.
You know, whenever you're down in a series and it's elimination, it's always going to be a form of pressure, a form of anxiety as well. You know, and when you lose games, that's the worst. You know, you just want to get back out on the court. And this game it came quick, but you want to get out there so you can right your wrong.
Nothing wrong with what we've got coming up on Sunday afternoon right here on Local 10 and ABC, the only place you can see Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Heat courtside gets it started at 2:30. ABC's coverage begins at 3. Game 7 between the Heat and the Raptors coming up tomorrow afternoon right here on Local 10 and ABC. Meanwhile, Marlins and Nationals open up a series last night, our nation's capital, and well, put an exclamation point, capital letters, whatever you want to say about Bryce Harper. The kid can hit, and he hits a 2-run home run for the Nationals. That's the difference. Marlins fall in the opener 5-3 the final. I'm Will Mansell, and that's your Local 10 Morning Sports Wrap.
A family dog on the brink of death this morning after getting bitten several times by a venomous snake.
Coming up, we're going to tell you why that dog is being hailed a hero. A dog who came between a snake and a little girl in Tampa is now recovering. Molly DeLuca was playing outside with her dog Hoss when an eastern diamondback rattlesnake approached them.
Yikes.
And that's when Hoss took 3 bites to his left arm without moving to protect Molly.
I'm really grateful that he loves us so much that he would give his life to protect us. I just feel like sometimes there's no greater love than a dog.
German Shepherd, loyal and smart. A GoFundMe page was set up for Hoss to pay for his medical bills, and it's already raised over $49,000.
Wow, amazing. Well, folks, a 96-year-old war veteran can now cross college grad off his list of accomplishments.
Good for him. Alfonso Gonzalez graduated high school back in 1939. He served in both the Navy and as a Marine during World War II and spent some time working as a medic. In 1947, he began studying zoology at the University of Southern California and was close to graduating, but work kept getting in the way. The 96-year-old is now the oldest person to graduate from the university. USC doesn't even offer zoology anymore, but they made an exception for Gonzalez, saying he is an inspiration.
Good for them. Yes, he is.
We are just getting started here on the Local 10 Weekend Morning News.
Here's a look at what we're working on for our next hour. Still ahead at 6, we're learning more about the woman who died while undergoing plastic surgery in Hialeah. We're also hearing from other patients who have since canceled their procedures.
A postal worker out of a job and being accused of stealing mail. How police say she used her job to rip people off.
And your Miami Heat are headed to Game 7. Yes, another Game 7. Headed up to Toronto with some of the star players have to say about their do-or-die situation coming up.
Local 10 News at 6 is getting ready to roll.
That's right, dark and early out of our Fort Lauderdale tower cam. Jennifer just ahead with your hot forecast.
We'll be back in 2 minutos.
Right now on Local 10 Morning News, new details this morning about the mother who died while undergoing plastic surgery in Hialeah, why new patients are now changing their minds about scheduled procedures.
Another Game 7 for the Miami Heat, what their star players are now saying about Sunday's showdown in Toronto.
And a postal worker out of a job this morning, how police say she used her job to steal from customers.
Plus, in a story you will only see here on Local 10, an online transaction gone wrong in Miami Gardens, and that leaves a man with multiple bullet wounds. Now his family is speaking out.
Live, the one and only Local 10 News starts right now.
Good Saturday morning, everyone. Welcome to the weekend. I'm Nikki Mohan.
And I'm Todd Tongan. Thank you for waking up with us. We want to get over to Jennifer Correa with a look at the forecast for all of you on this weekend. Good morning.
Good morning, Todd and Nikki. Good morning, South Florida. Happy Saturday. Dark and early out there, and it is warm. Temperatures starting off in those upper 70s for this morning. We were at 77 degrees in Miami, but now at the top of the hour have dropped just 1 degree. 78 in Fort Lauderdale. Winds variable across South Florida, and it's a light breeze. If not, just calm. A couple of clouds extending from the coastline from Miami-Dade County down into the lower Keys. And then there's this cold front, very, very weak. It will eventually arrive a little bit closer to South Florida later on today, bringing a shift in those winds out of the south by the second half of today or later this afternoon. Now that cold front, it is very weak, will not bring us cooler air. It'll just bring us the change in those winds, and then we're expecting drier air to come our way for our Sunday. But before then, it's going to be a hot one, guys, later on this afternoon. Nikki, Todd.
Thanks a lot, Jennifer. We are learning more this morning about this mother of two who died while getting plastic surgery at a Hialeah plastic surgery clinic. And now past patients of Encore Plastic Surgery Center are speaking out, with some even canceling their future appointments.
Local 10 News reporter Laren Livingston joins us now live from Hialeah with the very latest on this story. Good morning, Laren.
Good morning, Todd. Good morning, Nikki. Of course, we've been in contact with the woman's family who passed away after her procedure here over the last couple of days. They tell us they've now retained an attorney as a result of this situation. And as you said, we're now hearing from other patients who tell us they've had other issues following procedures at this particular plastic surgery center.
I'm gonna sleep at night because of the pain. And I still have drinking the medications because of the pain.
9 months after she came to Encore Plastic Surgery for breast implants, Marianela Sanchez says she's had nothing but complications, even after 2 more procedures to try and fix the problem.
The cheap come out expensive.
An angry Antoinette would only give us her first name, but says she came all the way from Brooklyn, New York for a Brazilian butt lift. She canceled that $4,000 surgery and demanded a refund after learning what happened to 29-year-old Heather Meadows on the news. The West Virginia mother of 2 came down for lipo and a butt augmentation. She died Thursday after being rushed to the hospital following her procedure.
I came in yesterday. I came to see the doctor. The doctor wasn't able to see me because he had a family emergency. But that's the family emergency.
Hialeah police say Meadows' death is still under investigation. The Florida Department of Health is also now in the middle of its own investigation into the facility, which right now has a clear active license with no public complaints or discipline on file. But we've learned there have been issues with some of Encore's doctors and with doctors with Vanity Cosmetic Surgery in West Miami-Dade, an affiliate clinic.
And back live here, we're not sure which doctor performed Meadows' surgery, but preliminary findings point to an accidental death due to medical complications. An autopsy is underway. We could get those results in the next several weeks. And at local10.com, you'll find more information that we dug up on these doctors who are affiliated with this clinic as well as with the Vanity Clinic. That's on our website. For now, reporting live there in Livingston, Local 10 News.
Now to a one and only exclusive. We are hearing from the family of a man who was shot multiple times while trying to buy a phone in Miami Gardens. He and another man were at Scott Park to receive a cell phone they'd bought online when they were instead greeted with bullets. Family members say 23-year-old Jerry Jean was shot 6 times but is expected to survive. His mother and brother spoke to Local 10 about the shooting.
I cry a lot. I was crying a lot when I see my son, because my son is a good son.
No, I'm just thanking God that I wasn't there.
Police say Jean and Frederick Barrett were robbed after being shot. So far, no arrests have been made.
We're also hearing from a woman who was trampled inside a movie theater on South Beach 4 years ago. Yesterday, a jury awarded her $1.7 million. That incident happened just days after the Colorado movie theater attack. A man began acting erratically in the theater, leading to an all-out stampede, which badly fractured Maria Navas's foot.
Everybody rushed the stairs. Everybody ran for their lives. Nobody was being courteous, understandably so, trying to get out as quick as possible. I was stuck at home. I had a huge amount of pain on my foot always. Getting up in the morning was horrendous.
Navas's lawyer successfully argued that the theater was responsible because security was not provided.
New this morning, the Coast Guard is now searching for missing Carnival cruise passenger who reportedly fell overboard. 33-year-old Samantha Broberg was on the Carnival Liberty just off the coast of Galveston, Texas, when she disappeared. Crew members were unable to locate her during an extensive ship-wide search. Also new overnight, officials say a gunman is dead following a police-involved shooting that injured 2 officers in California. This happened in Los Angeles while officers were responding to reports of shots being fired. Both officers were taken to the hospital. One of them was shot in the shoulder and is in serious but stable condition. It's unclear how the other officer is doing this morning.
Zika fears continue to grow in Puerto Rico. The U.S. territory reported its first case of microcephaly, the birth defect linked to the virus. It was detected in a fetus, but officials aren't saying if the woman had an abortion or miscarried. Yesterday was the last day for Floridians to tell the FDA whether it should release genetically engineered mosquitoes to fight Zika. Supporters fear that the risks of mosquito-borne diseases, while critics argue that more research is needed on possible long-term effects. Here are the numbers. Florida has seen a total of 112 reported cases, all travel-related, according to the health department. 112 cases in Miami-Dade. That's the most in any Florida county. 15 cases in Broward, 7 cases in Palm Beach, and none so far in Monroe County.
Well, the Stars came up big when it was do or die for the Miami Heat. Their season was really on the line last night in Game 6 against the Toronto Raptors. Now they are getting ready for another game, and it's Game 7, baby.
Oh, yeah, and our own Will Manso has been with the Heat every step of the way. He joins us with more on their big win.
Bring on Game 7. The Miami Heat weren't ready to die just yet. On their home court, a must-win Game 6. The Heat went with a smaller lineup, but it was a big performance by Dragic. Goran Dragic, the Dragon, leading the way in this one. Show you what happened in this Game 6. Boy, he came out aggressive, did Goran Dragic. You knew early on he had that style going, that aggression to the basket, the spin move, the basket. Dragic had 30 points in this game to lead the way. By the fourth quarter, you go to your closer. That closer is usually Dwayne Wade, and Wade is usually money. Hits the jumper. He had 22. He win 103-91. He not going anywhere except Toronto for a Game 7 Sunday afternoon.
I was just aggressive, you know. I don't want to go home to Europe. I mean, you know, I still want to be here, and you know, it was an important game for us. Of course, we came out from the first minute really aggressive, tried to attack the paint and space the floor, and I think so. We did an amazing job tonight.
Don't worry, Dragon, Europe will wait. Instead, it's to Toronto, and only one place you can see Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals right here on Local 10 and ABC tomorrow afternoon. Our coverage begins with a live courtside special there from the Air Canada Center at 2:30. ABC's coverage begins at 3, tip time 3:30. Keep it right here on Local 10 and ABC. Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. And yes, while we have to concentrate on Game 7, let's not forget what awaits the winner. A showdown with LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers from Miami. That would be a sweet way to get on going in this run, to get to the Eastern Conference Finals to face their old friend. But first things first, tomorrow afternoon in Toronto.
Now it's all about the fight in the belly. So if LeBron gets them excited to win Game 7.
Well, you know, D. Wade's really carried them up until this last game. It's like Game of Thrones, you know, you're in trouble, you got to get a dragon. So, good job.
Do whatever you got to do, folks.
Yeah. A skydiving plane crashes in California, and 17 passengers were on board at the time.
Coming up, see the dramatic video from inside the plane as it came crashing to the ground.
And a Miami school is empowering kids to create their own future. See how this elementary school is giving our local students a strong foundation for their future.
And for us in South Florida, starting off in the mid to upper 70s all across the area. So that's a warm start with mainly clear skies. Sunrise 6:36, and we'll see lots of sunshine later this afternoon. More on your forecast when we come back.
You're watching Local 10 News with Todd Tungan and Nikki Mohan. And Monday morning at 6, desperate to pass a class.
Definitely is eye-catching. I think you get a lot of leads that way, I'm sure.
I do get quite a few calls.
One South Florida company promising to help could cost you your education.
That's a huge risk for any student.
A Call Christina investigation, Monday at 6 a.m.
This morning, we're hearing from a woman who got the surprise of her life when a turtle came crashing through her windshield in Central Florida. Nicole Banye says she was driving on an interstate when a car in front of her hit the turtle, and throwing it into the air, the turtle smashed through her windshield and hit her passenger seat before bouncing back onto the dashboard.
If somebody were sitting there, I don't know what would have happened. And I believe this will probably be happening maybe more than not, or just the fact that the wildlife is just trying to find other habitats and homes because of all the construction.
Thankfully, no one, including the turtle, was seriously hurt. Banyes hopes her story will help others be more aware of animals while driving. And, you know, a turtle is my mascot for University of Maryland. So go Terps. He's resilient. Fear the turtle. Well, you may remember this story that didn't end so well. A man seriously hurt after a piece of metal debris flew through the car's windshield and hit him in the face. It happened while Holden Armory was driving on I-95 in Boca Raton last month. Earlier this week, the 22-year-old underwent reconstructive plastic surgery. Well, right now, the search continues for missing Columbia University student. 19-year-old Nayla Kidd went missing last week just before finals. Her family says they haven't heard from her since, and it is unlike her to miss exams. The New York City Police Department asking anyone with information to please give them a call.
Wow, some amazing video, the moments leading up to a plane crash, and it was caught on camera. We're seeing these new images out of California after a plane full of skydivers went down. The Federal Aviation Administration says the plane started having engine trouble just after taking off. That's when the pilot decided to turn back, but they flipped over when they clipped a truck. The plane then landed upside down in a vineyard.
I was kind of disappointed that I didn't make it to the runway to save the airplane, but as it turned out, everybody got out okay.
Witnesses and rescuers also credited the pilot for avoiding power lines in nearby homes. And while the pilot and passengers suffered some minor injuries, no one on the ground was hurt. It's still unclear what went wrong with that aircraft.
Fire crews have been up all night battling this wildfire that continues to grow in Washington state. In a neighborhood northeast of Seattle, 26 homes had to be evacuated. The huge plume of smoke from this fire could be seen for miles. It is still unclear what caused that fire. Well, we certainly have had some dry conditions.
Had a dry
I smelled
stretch.
some smoke when I walked out of my house last night, and I know it wasn't a fireplace.
Well,
So
it has been very dry.
Yeah, it might have been a little wildfire.
We've had some
in the Everglades.
advisories recently too, right?
Yeah, well, last week we had that red flag warning, which is a fire weather warning, which means that it's so dry you may not want to do that controlled burning because it could spread and get out of control because the soil's so dry. So yes, we've had that stretch of dry weather. Now remember, the winter months were wet, so we received a lot of rain. We're not in any drought, but if we don't get any rain sometime soon, I mean, that could lead us into very dry conditions. But so far, for the start of this Saturday, it is beautiful. It is warm. Beautiful sunrise there for Miami. Temperature right now in Miami, 76 degrees, 78 in Fort Lauderdale. So you get the picture. Yes, it is a warm start. Temperatures most likely will not drop any further because now the sun is rising. Winds variable and calm or light breeze. But later today, winds expected to come out of the south. That's really going to pump in the heat and a little bit of mugginess out there. A few showers tracking over the Florida Straits, but that's about it. No rain on the radar or on land. Just a few clouds out there, but we will have plenty of sunshine. And by the way, there's a very weak cold front passing through central Florida. As it comes into South Florida, it will completely dissipate. And then the secondary front you see right here, which is attached to the low situated over Michigan and parts of the Great Lakes, that's bringing in some heavy downpours from Canada down into Cincinnati, Ohio. This is bringing in colder air behind the front, but this front will make it through into South Florida and then stall. So now we're starting to see that pattern when we head into summer. Fronts no longer pass through South Florida. Speaking of that cold air behind this secondary front across the Midwest, well, check it out. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s for the weekend. Today's high in Philadelphia, 71, then tomorrow, 52. That's kind of drastic right there. So chilly one if you're heading up towards the northeast tomorrow. Make sure you take those jackets with you. But if you're staying here at home, no jackets at all. It's a steamy one today, partly sunny for tomorrow. Today, there's a slight chance for a shower or two due to some daytime heating. Highs today, 90 degrees. Nikki, Todd.
Thank you, Jennifer. Well, My Future, My Choice is Local 10's ongoing discussion about empowering young people, highlighting programs that help them create their own future.
Local 10 anchor Victor Okendo introduces you to a special school that's doing just that. It's free, and families seeing the results are saying it's very impressive.
All right, so if you are the wolf, raise your hand.
At first glance, it looks like any other school, but Care Elementary is far from the norm.
This is third grade. Welcome.
Nestled inside the Miami Rescue Mission building in Overtown is this one-of-a-kind, tuition-free private school.
When you're able to immerse kids with literacy and give them that strong foundation, that opens up so many doors.
In order to enroll, students must qualify for the Step Up Scholarship and live near the school. With some additional help from partners and fundraisers, Care is free for families.
You don't have to be a football player or a basketball player or a cheerleader. You could be anything that you want to be.
The classrooms are state-of-the-art, equipped with flat screens and tablets.
I get to learn more on the iPad with
Reading. In this school, I can actually see some self-esteem. He's thriving, he is happy, he's reading. I never could get him to read.
The principal says the numbers prove it. Their system works.
At the beginning of the year, 6% working on grade level of material. And today, they are at 83% of the class working on grade level material.
From the gym to the art room, the computer room, reading room, and a playground, this small school in Overtown has it all. But if you ask the students,
what's your favorite part of the school?
Reading books.
And then what next? Ayana?
By being able to have this program here at CARE that allows the kids to grow in a loving, safe, nurturing environment and keep them off the streets and teaching them moral values.
Raise your hand.
To me, that's what will give the kids choice in the future.
How wonderful. Looks like a really good environment. And I like them doing the push-ups. It gets that energy out so the kids can relax.
Yeah, that was Victor Oquendo reporting. Coming up, would you like to meet a millionaire?
Why not?
Sure.
Where are they?
Yeah, after the break, we're going to introduce you to the winners of last weekend's big Powerball jackpot. But first, here's a look at your winning lottery numbers. Good luck.
Always watching, always tracking. Meteorologist Jennifer Correa on the one and only Local 10 News, your weather authority. And Monday at 11, pet pampering or animal punishment.
The dogs are left outside and it's hot.
Animals in distress.
Why do you guys leave dogs outside on the asphalt in cages?
Local 10's animal advocate J.C. Birch investigates and gets answers. Monday at 11 on Local 10 News.
Looking for something to do this Saturday? We have a few events to tell you about that are happening around town. Mowash Productions is hosting a play called Does He Even Love Me? That's happening at the Littman Theater in North Miami Beach. There will be two showings. The first one is at 2 in the afternoon. The second is at 7:30. Tickets are $30 and will benefit Broward County Youth Detention Center and an adoption agency. Also happening today is the 8th annual Summer Safety Splash happening at Hullover Park in Miami Beach. The event will teach parents on how to protect their children, teach them how to swim, to protect them from drowning. It starts at 10 in the morning and this is free to attend. Or you can head over to Bayfront Park in Miami for the Golds Not Guns 5K walk or pedal event happening very soon. The event being held to raise awareness about youth gun violence. The 5K will start at 8 in the morning. The registration fee is $30 for adults and $16 for children. Proceeds will benefit the Boys and Girls Club of Miami-Dade.
Well, America has 8 new millionaires. The winners of last weekend's $429 million Powerball jackpot have all come forward. One of the winners described getting the big call from her sister.
Marsha called me on the phone and said, guess who won the Powerball? And I said, who? And she said, we did. And I said, well, stop April fooling me and get off of my phone.
The 8 family members say that they will split the winnings as a lump sum, giving them each about just a little bit more than $35 million.
Yeah, and I think they already got accountants, lawyers, they're all set.
Oh, yeah. Smart
Well,
move.
folks, today, come out and join us if you can at the WPLG Health and Lifestyle Expo. Always a good time.
Yeah, actually, Dr. Oz is going to be joining us at the Westfield Broward Mall in Plantation. He'd love to meet you.
Yeah, he's something in person. I tell you, Todd and I will be there from noon to 2 with Eric Yetzi and Victor Oquendo. Should be a good time. Carlos Suarez, Cheyenne Malone, Michael Seiden, Derek Shore, and Leanne Morajón will also be there.
Amy Viteri, Christina Vasquez, Sanella Sabovic, and Janine Stanwood are there from 2 to 4.
And J.C. Birch will be there from 4 to 5, along with Jennifer Correa, Constance Jones, and Janice Fernandez, plus Christy Kruger, Calvin Hughes, Lori Jennings, and Betty Davis.
Well, a Postal Service worker is accused of mail betrayal.
That's right. Coming up, how she allegedly used her job to steal from customers.
Take Local 10 online with you wherever you're headed. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for the latest social media news and interaction. Local heroes honored at the White House. Live coverage Monday. Local 10 News starts right now.
6:29, 76 degrees. Taking a live look out of our Miami Tower cam. It's a warm morning out there. I felt it as I walked out the door, and you will too. A little hazy, kind of lazy morning. You're lucky if you have it off. If you're headed to work, it's not going to be too bad.
No, it's going to be warm.
It's dry. It's dry on the roadways, though, Jen, so that's nice.
It is, yes, it's dry on the radar, Todd and Nikki, but it will be a warm one. So if you're working outdoors or doing any exercise or just going to a beach, you want to drink plenty of water. Keep yourself hydrated by the middle of this afternoon. Here's a beautiful sunrise out of Fort Lauderdale. Good morning to you. Very nice out there with those high-level clouds way in the distance, adding that pink hue, and also temperature quite warm. 78 degrees, feels like 80 degrees with that relative humidity at 71%. Winds are calm right now in Fort Lauderdale. A look at the rest of the temperatures currently across South Florida in the low 70s for Southwest Miami-Dade, but it doesn't feel so much that it doesn't feel much cooler than it is in Miami. So it's all about the same all across the area. Highs will be getting close to 90 degrees. In fact, the forecast high for Miami today is indeed 90. Todd?
All right, Jen, thank you. Right now on Local 10, a postal worker is out of a job and facing charges after police say she stole from people in Miami Beach. Investigators say she stole credit cards and then gave them to her boyfriend to rack up fraudulent charges.
Local 10 News reporter Sanela Sabovic joins us live now from Miami with the latest. Sanela.
Good morning, Nikki. That postal worker has been fired from her job of 2 years after police say that she confessed to stealing numerous credit cards throughout her route, all within a 5-month time period.
That's shocking because you rely on the Postal Service.
A Miami Beach resident is left stunned after finding out a postal carrier was stealing mail.
Wow. Yes, this is the letter carrier that had just started that week at my house.
Spring Light said she was waiting for her new American Express card to arrive in the mail, but it never came in.
It had been mailed out on a Monday. On a Wednesday, I called to let them know I still didn't have it.
Instead, American Express informed Light that someone made $1,600 worth of charges on the card that she had been waiting for. Apparently, Light wasn't the only person missing her mail.
A few residents apparently alerted the United States Postal Inspectors that they noticed that mail wasn't being delivered. That's what launched this investigation.
And within a week, police tracked down this woman, 28-year-old Nashiria James. They say she confessed to stealing credit cards for the past 5 months. Police say James would then give the stolen credit cards to her boyfriend, James Lorenzo Macklin, who would then use them on a shopping spree.
This is going to spare so many people the agony of having their identities stolen and their credit card used.
Now, police do say that James had other routes, so there could be more victims across South Florida. If you've noticed anything suspicious with your mail or some of your credit cards may not have come through, do call the Postal Inspector's office. They are still actively investigating this case. For now, reporting live in Miami, Sanela Sabovic, Local 10 News.
Thanks a lot, Sanela. We're learning more this morning about a woman who died during this terrible crash on the Florida Turnpike. Troopers believe 39-year-old Aurelia Canzoneri either fell asleep behind the wheel or suffered a medical emergency. Her SUV plowing into a palm tree off the Turnpike exit to Red Road. There were no signs that she tried to brake. Officials say that Canzoneri died at the scene. Yesterday, we caught up with some of her co-workers.
Just an all-around great person, though, very, very well liked in the community. Everyone, knows her in the gym. Everyone loves her. I'm going to miss her dearly myself. It's just a big loss for us.
Canzoneri worked the front desk at LA Fitness in Pembroke Pines. She is survived by her husband and her 3 children.
An autopsy report has confirmed a man who died after being attacked by a pack of dogs at a farm in Homestead was mauled to death. That report showed Manuel Mejia suffered fractured ribs, hemorrhaging, and internal bleeding as he suffered wounds to just about every part of his body. Medical experts say this type of attack is incredibly rare.
Typically what we find is it's either an attack on an infant or an elderly person that results in death. The wounds were quite severe. They were all over his body, so what we saw was obviously indicative of a very vicious attack.
Mejia's girlfriend, who was with him at the time, says 3 dogs instigated the attack, with up to 7 others then joining in.
U.S. officials say Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro is gradually losing grip on his power within the country's Socialist Party. The country's opposition won a majority of seats in the National Assembly in December and is now calling for Maduro to be removed. This comes as Venezuela suffers a worsening economic crisis with food shortages and hours-long power outages plaguing most of the country. Venezuelans took to the streets in Caracas on Wednesday to call for an end to Maduro's power. Protesters threw stones at soldiers who fired back with tear gas. The country's opposition says it plans to hold more rallies as it attempts a recall referendum to cut Maduro's presidency short.
We turn now to Vote 2016, and Donald Trump is accused of posing as his own publicist in a recorded interview from 1991 that recently resurfaced.
And I think somebody that he trusts and likes.
The presumed GOP nominee denies those allegations, however. Meanwhile, Bill Clinton is denying that his foundation donated to a for-profit company owned by a friend. The Wall Street Journal reported that the Clinton Global Initiative donated $2 million to that company. The former president is denying those accusations.
The story is inaccurate, and my foundation has put out the answer to that. It's just not an accurate story.
Meanwhile, Bernie Sanders is standing his ground amid calls for him to suspend his campaign. The Vermont senator was in the Dakotas this week vowing to take his campaign to the Democratic convention. Despite wins over Hillary Clinton in Indiana and West Virginia, Sanders continues to lag behind Clinton.
Well, it is prom season, and a group of kids headed to the prom got a really scary surprise from the limo they were riding in.
Coming up, how those students are doing after their ride went up in flames.
And down it goes. That roller coaster in Dania Beach from your childhood finally came crashing down. Next, we'll show you video of the hurricane and tell you more about it being demolished.
Todd Tonkin and Nikki Mohan on the one and only Local 10 News. And Monday at 6, the latest gadget.
This is the next generation of doorbells.
Helping slash crime in half in one city.
Hi.
I'll be right over.
Janine Stanwood is putting it to the test on Home Safe Home. Monday at 6 on Local 10 News.
With just under 4 days left in the auction, the price for the gun George Zimmerman used to kill Trayvon Martin is now up to more than $66 million. But at some point, the auction website was apparently hacked and bombarded with fake accounts like Racist McShootface. This is Zimmerman's second attempt to sell the 9mm pistol, which he calls a piece of American history. The website where he originally posted it removed the listing Thursday morning. The starting bid was $5,000. Caught on camera, a terrifying moment for a group of high schoolers. The teens on their way to the prom when their limo goes up in flames.
Yeah, it happened in Massachusetts, just west of Boston. There were 10 students inside the limo when the flames started shooting from the passenger seat. One student says the fire quickly grew, ripping through the limo's ceiling. Thankfully, everyone made it out safely, and the teens were able to hitch another ride to prom.
Just put your thumb up on the side of the road and get another ride.
You got to get an Uber XL with 10 people, for sure, right?
Yeah, at least two. They only take 6.
6:40 right now and 76 degrees. Jennifer's got to look at our forecast this morning.
Yeah, it's a nice one out there, but it's warm, a little muggy, right, Jen?
That's right. It is a definitely warm start for us and even hotter as we head into this afternoon, Todd and Nikki. But so far, dry on the radar, so it's making it for an easy, kind of lazy Saturday out there, a little bit hazy. Just a few clouds over us, none of these clouds producing any precipitation. Here's a view out of Hollywood Beach Camp. Notice the winds are calm, very quiet on the water. Eventually, the winds will be out of the south later on today. But it will be a nice day to head out to the beach. You're going to want to use that sunscreen and drink plenty of water. UV index extreme. Winds will turn out of the west and then out of the south, but anywhere between 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's a light wind for today. Surf 1 to 2 feet. The rip current risk is low, so it is at its light, and do expect it to be a very nice day, even if you don't head to the beach. However, it will be very warm. And now temperatures are in the low 70s for southwest Miami-Dade, at 74 degrees in Homestead and Kendall, but elsewhere it's either the mid or upper 70s. Winds variable all across the area. Notice that the wind direction is out of the north in the Keys, out of the south in Miami, calm Fort Lauderdale. Again, it is a very light, so variable, but there is a cold front that's pushing through Central Florida. Very weak cold front, and you can tell because there's barely any cloud cover associated with this and no rainfall as well. But it will bring us that shift in the winds later on today into tomorrow. Eventually winds will come back out of the north for a short time. Now that front not expected to bring us any cool air. There is a secondary front that right now is bringing in rains across parts of the Midwest. But notice that nice and dry air over North Florida in the mid levels of the atmosphere. That is headed our way for Sunday. So today, pretty steamy, and with some daytime heating, that could help to spark 1 or 2 showers. Otherwise, 20% chance for that, mainly dry conditions. And again, for tomorrow, just partly sunny skies. Want to head out on the water today? No advisories for the Keys. Winds will remain variable over the water. Seas 1 to 2 feet. Highs today 90 degrees. That is a hot one, guys. 87 degrees tomorrow, and we keep it at normal, which actually is 87 degrees all through next week. Todd?
All right, Jen, thank you. Only here on Local 10, a Boca Raton girl is moving forward with her business goals after making her debut on Shark Tank last night on ABC. 15-year-old Rachel Zeitz made her pitch to the Sharks for her company, Gladiator Lacrosse. No deal for the young entrepreneur, but she says she's pushing forward.
It was definitely really exciting to see myself on the TV. But I think the Sharks realized that I was going to be just fine on my own.
Meanwhile, Gladiator Lacrosse is a growing company. It's projected to make more than $2 million by the end of this year.
Those girls are fierce. Looking good, ladies. Well, the final pieces of that Dania Beach hurricane roller coaster have now come tumbling down. Watch. I'm yelling timber, you better move. Demolition of the hurricane began back in March to make way for a new 102-acre complex that will be full of shops, homes, hotels, and office space. The coaster stood as a landmark in Dania Beach for 16 years, but financial challenges prompted it to close in 2011. And you know, it was weird because if you're new to town and you're driving up 95, you see shops, you see hotels. Roller coaster.
Roller coaster. It comes out of nowhere.
I know. I've never ridden it. Was it fun?
Yes, it was. It was a little bit of a rough ride because that's what wooden roller coasters are.
That rickety.
But it was a short and a fast one. It was. Yeah. Somebody's having a big bonfire now.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah, your Miami Heat. They've done it again.
I know. They put a backs up against the wall, forcing a Game 7 in round 2 of the playoffs. And what you looking at? What you looking at?
Who you
looking at the Dragon? Ahead in our morning sports wrap, we're hearing from D. Wade and Dragic before they head to Toronto.
Now, Local 10 Sports with Will Manso.
Good Saturday morning. Will Manso with your Local 10 morning sports wrap, and it is far from a wrap in these Eastern Conference semifinals because bring on Game 7 for the Heat and the Raptors after a great performance by Miami in a must-win game on Friday night on their home court. It was the Dragon leading the way. What a performance by Goran Dragic in this game. He came out with intensity. He came out with a small lineup. Justice Winslow, part of that starting unit, hitting the three-pointer, kind of setting the tone for what this game was all about. The Heat not caring about size, they were caring about pace, and who does pace better on this team than Goran Dragic? Jumper and foul Heat up by 6. Still in the second quarter, talk about pace. How about in your face? Josh Richardson. Richardson gets it, the big throwdown. Miami building a 9-point lead at the half. To the third quarter we go, and that's where the Dragon really starting to take over. Step back, Jay, money. Heat up by 13. Dragic had 30 points in the game. To the fourth, off the miss. One of the few times the Heat needed some size. Josh McRoberts in the game, the putback, Heat up by 10. Still in the fourth, you go to your closer when you've got the lead, and that closer has been the last 13 seasons for the Heat, Dwayne Wade. The layup there, Heat up 12, and then finishing touches on a 22-point night for Wade, and a 103-91 win for the Heat. Yes, bring on Game 7 Sunday. Heat even the series at 3 games apiece.
I was just aggressive, you know. I don't want to go home to Europe. I mean, you know, I still want to be here, and. You know, it was an important game for us. Of course, we came out from the first minute really aggressive, tried to attack the paint and space the floor, and I think so. We did an amazing job tonight.
You know, whenever you're down in a series and it's elimination, it's always going to be a form of pressure, a form of anxiety as well. You know, and when you lose games, that's the worst. You know, you just want to get back out on the court. And this game it came quick, but you want to get out there so you can right your wrong.
Nothing wrong with what we've got coming up on Sunday afternoon right here on Local 10 and ABC, the only place you can see Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Heat courtside gets it started at 2:30. ABC's coverage begins at 3. Game 7 between the Heat and the Raptors coming up tomorrow afternoon right here on Local 10 and ABC. Meanwhile, Marlins and Nationals open up a series last night, our nation's capital, and well, put an exclamation point, capital letters, whatever you want to say about Bryce Harper. The kid can hit, and he hits a 2-run home run for the Nationals. That's the difference. Marlins fall in the opener 5-3 the final. I'm Will Manso, and that's your Local 10 Morning Sports Wrap.
Hey, Local 10 is still giving away a free iPad every weekday for this entire month.
We're partnering with the News On app to give away 64-gigabyte iPad Air 2s all the way through May 25th.
That's right. Head over to local10.com to enter. Click on iPad a Day giveaway on our homepage. You have to watch Local 10 Morning News at 6 a.m. to see if you won. And don't forget to download the News On app. It's free.
Yeah, if you missed a show, you can watch Local 10 News or right there on demand, or you can also watch newscasts from all around the country.
All right, this is the dance trend. It's the latest. It's been going viral. It has hit South Florida by storm.
Yeah, coming up, how some of our local police and fire departments are challenging each other to take on the Running Man Challenge. Welcome back. An Oregon couple is looking to solve a mystery after they found more than 100 love letters left in the trash.
Wow, the letters actually tell a heartwarming story about a man and a woman in love. Both of them lived in Northern California, but were separated because they were in the service. When Harlan Taylor found the letters, he decided to take them all home to show his wife.
Noticed just a pile of letters, and they were scattered all throughout, all the way down to the bottom of the grass down there.
He loves her. Like, she is a lucky woman.
Wow, the letters date back more than 70 years rather. The couple is now hoping to get the word out in order to give all the 147 letters back to their rightful owners.
Well, the latest internet trend has finally reached South Florida. You know the one, the Running Man Challenge.
I haven't seen it yet.
Online.
I haven't seen it yet, but apparently, here it is right now. Miami Beach firefighters hopped on the train and they made their own Running Man Challenge video. Watch. They're doing it. Miami Beach firefighters in uniform and in costume busted out the moves, looking good.
They've even got ground effects.
That was actually in response to this challenge by the Miami Beach Police Department, who did their own version of the dance on the sand. Look, they got the crime dog, McGruff or whatever, on South Beach earlier this week.
But talk about squad goals. It was the Miami Police who really kicked it up a notch.
He's doing it.
Yeah, it's a minute-long video that featured a cameo by the Chief even, breakdancing and doing the conga.
I'm sorry, around the country, nobody's got more rhythm than South Florida.
That's true.
They're all doing it. Good for you guys.
We've got plenty more to come right here on the Local 10 Weekend Morning News.
Here's a look at what we are working on for our next hour, and it's not the Running Man Challenge. Still ahead, folks. Coming up at 7, we are learning more about this mother of two who died while undergoing plastic surgery in Hialeah, and we're hearing from other patients this morning.
Also, a postal worker is out of a job and being accused of stealing mail. How police say she used her job to rip people off.
And your Miami Heat are headed to another Game 7. Oh, why do they keep doing this to us? Hear what some of the star players have to say about their do-or-die situation and that game last night.
Local 10 News at 7 next.
That's right. Another check of your forecast right after the break. Taking a live look right now out of our Fort Lauderdale tower cam. Sun's up. So are we. We'll be back in just a bit. Right now on Local 10 Morning News, new details about the mother who suddenly died after a plastic surgery procedure. Meanwhile, the doctor at the center of the controversy continue to lose clients.
In a case of mail betrayal, a postal worker facing charges this morning after police say she used her job to steal from people that she's accused of nabbing. What she's accused of nabbing coming up next.
The Heat pull off a big win. Now their backs against the wall once again. Sports director Will Manso has the big highlights from last night.
And the sun right now coming up over Miami. Local 10 Weather Authority Jennifer Correa will tell you what you can expect for your weekend forecast.
Live, the one and only Local 10 News starts right now.
Good Saturday morning, everyone. I'm Nikki Mohan.
And I'm Todd Tongan. We don't just tease, we deliver.
That's right.
Let's get right over to Jennifer and find out
I know.
what the forecast
Can you feel the heat right in your soul?
Yes, you can.
Outside and,
yes.
and inside.
Yeah, once you step outside, Todd and Nikki, it just hits you so hard that the heat and humidity. So it is a warm and muggy start, but oh so beautiful. Look at the sunrise out of Fort Lauderdale's Tower Cam. Nice cloud cover out there. Way in the distance, it's high clouds. And we do have a few clouds over land, but it is not producing, those clouds aren't producing any precipitation. They're just a nice way to make it picturesque for our sunrise. Otherwise, it is warm. Temperatures have been in the upper 70s. We did not drop into those low 70s. However, in southwest Miami-Dade, you did at 74 degrees in Homestead right now. Now, winds are variable across South Florida, but there is a cold front draped across Central Florida. Very weak. However, this will bring us that southerly flow once it gets a little bit closer to us later on today. That front not bringing us cooler weather, so things will warm up really fast by 11 a.m., hitting the mid-80s. Todd?
All right, Jennifer, thank you. Off the top this morning, we continue to learn more about that mother who mysteriously died after a plastic surgery procedure. That 29-year-old was from West Virginia. She came down here to South Florida for that procedure. Now investigators are looking into what exactly caused her death. Local 10 News reporter Laren Livingston is live outside of the clinic where that surgery took place with the very latest on the updates this morning. Good morning, Laren.
Good morning, Todd, and we've been hearing from this young woman's family, and they tell us that they are now here in South Florida after making the drive down to identify her body yesterday. They tell us they've also retained an attorney as a result of this situation. In the meantime, we've seen patients and employees start to show up here outside of the Encore Plastic Surgery Center, and yesterday we heard from some more patients who tell us that they've had nothing but issues following their own procedures at this specific clinic.
I'm gonna sleep at night because of the pain. And I still have drinking the medications because of the pain.
9 months after she came to Encore Plastic Surgery for breast implants, Marianela Sanchez says she's had nothing but complications, even after 2 more procedures to try and fix the problem.
The cheap come out expensive.
An angry Antoinette would only give us her first name, but says she came all the way from Brooklyn, New York for a Brazilian butt lift. She canceled that $4,000 surgery and demanded a refund after learning what happened to 29-year-old Heather Meadows on the news. The West Virginia mother of 2 came down for lipo and a butt augmentation. She died Thursday after being rushed to the hospital following her procedure.
I came in yesterday. I came to see the doctor. The doctor wasn't able to see me because he had a family emergency. But that's the family emergency.
Hialeah police say Meadows' death is still under investigation. The Florida Department of Health is also now in the middle of its own investigation into the facility, which right now has a clear active license with no public complaints or discipline on file. But we've learned there have been issues with some of Encore's doctors and with doctors with Vanity Cosmetic Surgery in West Miami-Dade, an affiliate clinic.
And we're not sure which doctor performed Meadows surgery here at Encore Plastic Surgery, but preliminary findings point to an accidental death due to medical complications. An autopsy is underway. Those results, though, will not come back likely for several weeks from now. And at local10.com, we have more information on the doctors connected with this specific clinic. For now, reporting live, Laren Livingston, Local 10 News.
Now to what and only exclusive we are hearing this morning from the family of a man who was shot multiple times while trying to buy a phone in Miami Gardens. He and another man were at Scott Park to pick up a cell phone they had bought online when they were instead greeted by bullets. Family members say 23-year-old Jerry Jean was shot 6 times but is expected to survive. His mother and brother spoke with Local 10 about that shooting.
I cry a lot. I was crying a lot when I see my son because my son is a good son.
No, I'm just thanking God that I wasn't there.
Police say Jean and Frederick Barrett were robbed after being shot. So far, no arrests have been made.